Here we have the current stock market update for Supermicro Computer Incorporated, stock ticker SMCI. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So here we're looking at the hourly price chart. Each candle on this time frame represents a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see, the stock is trading under selling pressure today. This is a bit of a surprise because we are really seeing NVIDIA that's continuing to sort of push ahead and make marginal new highs. And I have been drawing some comparisons between these two companies recently. I understand they're not exactly the same, not exactly the same company, but I do think that they are obviously closely related, and trading days that are positive for one tend to be positive for the other as well. So it's a little bit surprising here that we are seeing this downside price movement, but overall, I'm not incredibly concerned here because even though we are starting to see a breakdown of the overall technical structure that we're watching here, to me, what this signals is more of a stalling, more of a slowdown rather than an outright reversal. So at the moment, I wouldn't really expect to see share prices crash through this $37.30 level or anything like that anytime soon. I think that you would need some very significant news in order for that to happen. I think that this is just sort of a bit of a reversal point, short-term reversal point, because the market could be growing a bit tired with this stock. Because we're not seeing significant upside momentum that's generating itself. So to me, this does look like a shorter term trend move. I wouldn't be incredibly concerned about this just yet. I think that this is more just an exercise in patience than anything else. I do think that we need to just sort of, take stock of what's going on here, relax a little bit, and not be too concerned about these share price support levels are starting to break down. And it is true that this overall structure is starting to break now to the downside. So we do actually have some conflicting signals. I mean, what we were actually looking at here, as you can see, I mean, this would be referred to as an ascending triangle. So essentially what that means is we have a flat base on top. It's basically a major resistance zone that has been tested many times. And then on the bottom of the pattern, we have an ascending trend line, which does suggest that higher lows are being established. So at the moment, this trend line is starting to break. We haven't yet broken two new lows. That should be pointed out here because we still haven't broken below this 4410 support zone that we have been watching. So really all that is happening at the moment, I would say, is that we are breaking below the exponential moving averages, and that would be all four of the hourly moving averages. So those are important moving averages. And we are trading below there at the moment. We've also fallen through the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement zone. So that's a factor as well. And there is some historical support here that was seen right around 45.50. So that was really the reason that we were watching this area so closely. But as things currently stand, we still haven't formed a lower low just yet. In order for that to occur, for me, you would really need to see 44.10 break. You could make a comparison to these prior lows, which came in during the August 15 trading session, but I do think that a more significant level of support is currently found at 44.10. So I wouldn't start to say that this series of higher lows has ended unless we actually see that level break as well. So, this is a bit concerning, but I would say that this is more an indication of further stalling rather than, a tremendous reversal in the bearish direction. In order for that to occur, I would need to see other support levels break. I mean, we still have 38.10, 39.80 to be watching, and 37.30 as well. So, and that would become below this 44.10 area. So, there are still several layers of support here that would need to be broken in order for the major outlook to change. So at the moment, before I was looking at this as more of a bullish event. We're seeing an ascending triangle. It is breaking to the top side. NVIDIA is moving to new all-time highs as well. So all of that put together did look like a positive sort of environment for this stock to actually break convincingly into that $50 region. But we are seeing this downside price movement at the moment. So we can look at the trading volumes here, and we can see that there has been a bit of a spike in these negative trading volumes. But they are still somewhat small in comparison. I mean, they're bigger than what preceded them, but they're not as large as some of these other trading spikes that we have seen in the past. So yes, this is negative, but I don't think it's a huge cause for concern at the moment. So just to close out the video here, we will quickly look at the indicator readings to see what kind of signals we can find here. There's a bit of negative momentum that's starting to develop, and that does sort of look like what we're seeing in the share prices. And then the positive momentum reading has now broken with this move. And this also does coincide with the breaking of that ascending triangle pattern as well. So what we're seeing here is largely mimicking what we're also seeing in share prices. This longer term uptrend does appear to be broken at the moment. So I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I mean, this is not a positive. This is a negative event. But we're starting to move into we're moving closely now into oversold territory right now. So this does suggest that we could start to see a bit of a bounce here somewhat soon. We're not trading into that 44.10 area just yet, but I think that if we did fall into 44.10, I think that we would also be trading in oversold territory at that point. And then you would have a major support zone coming into contact with an indicator reading that is showing an oversold condition. So overall, that would sort of suggest that the most likely outcome would be a bounce from there. We will need to wait and see whether or not that actually happens. But this downside price movement is sending us closer to oversold territory, and that does suggest that we could start to see an end to this relatively soon. Just to end the video, to the top side, what I would really need to see at this point, we can get rid of that 45.50 area because that has now been broken. But to the top side, what I would really need to see here at this point would be roughly 48.60, a break of 48.60 in order to sort of reinvigorate this uptrend. Because if that were to occur, we have this shorter term movement here, and ideally we would like to see share prices kind of break that trend and sort of make a higher high rather than just sort of forming a lower high and continuing with this emerging downtrend. So here are some of the price levels that I'm watching. This is the current market update for Super Microcomputer, stock ticker SMCI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.